Returns are a seller's worst nightmare. Don't get me wrong. If I was a buyer, I think if I receive an item that I wasn't expecting, I'm definitely going to return it. But the problem is when you as a seller, you have done all your best to make sure that the buyer receives a very good item, and for one flimsy reason or the other, the buyer comes around and says, look, this item, I want to return it. This is kind of painful, especially when you have a goal. I have a goal. I want to keep flipping items until I'm able to buy a house. This is a very huge goal, and I'm really giving my all to it. But the problem is when you decide to sell on eBay or any other platform, it doesn't matter. This is not a function of the platform right now, but I sell on eBay, so I kind of make examples using eBay sometimes. You see, this is a return right here. I haven't even opened it, but this is easy. When a return comes like this is easy. The return I just got now was a return for a complete PC. And when I say a complete PC, that's a PC that has a monitor, a keyboard, the PC itself, a mouse, and the cables, everything complete, all well packed. This is a PC that was sent to a customer, newly installed with an operating system. And then sometimes I just would wonder, this is a PC that was sold for about 300 and something euros. I still have to look to be extra sure exactly how much it was. But this PC, customer bought it. I was so excited to want to ship it out. As soon as I received the notification, I went all in, made sure the PC was well packed. I even installed the operating system afresh. So there was no reason for the PC to be defective. The PC had a new SSD, had a new RAM, it has new cables, it had a new keyboard, it had a new mouse. So there was absolutely no reason under the sun for this PC to have a problem. I was so excited thinking that yes, it's going to be a win towards my goal, which is to flip items on eBay, doesn't matter on whatever platform, until I'm able to buy a house. With all I have said now, everything was totally new. There was no reason for this PC whatsoever to be defective. So I went on, packed the PC, made sure that it was properly packed, and then sent it off to the buyer, only for the buyer to receive the PC today. And the first thing I saw on my email when I tried to check my email was that this PC is going to be returned to me. The reason being that the buyer said the PC is defective. I was so angry. I was like, this is a PC that was literally sent out about 2 or 3 days ago. How or what the hell could have gone wrong for this PC to be defective? The first thing that comes to my mind is that sometimes the problem is not actually coming from the PC itself, but it's coming from the buyer. It's very possible that the buyer now, in this case, doesn't know what to do. Sometimes he's even making a wrong connection on this PC, and the buyer doesn't really know what to do, doesn't know how to set things up. And the only thing that the buyer knows is because, yes, if you go on the online places, they kind of do this kind of big marketing that makes the buyer aware that there is a protection on this transaction. If you don't like it, you can always return it and get a full refund of your money. You know, this kind of information kind of makes these buyers tend to act the way they act. So this buyer received this PC, wrote me that he wants to return the PC because the PC is defective, it doesn't work. I was so angry, but I still kept my cool because this is what it is. It's part of the things you have to deal with if you decide to sell online. You want to put yourself out there and become somebody. You have to deal with this kind of shit. So I kept my cool. I went ahead to write the buyer and said, look, this is a PC that was just installed for a few days. There's really no reason for the PC to be defective. It's got everything literally new SSD, new RAM sticks, new keyboard, new, just to thinking that the buyer will be somebody that is going to be considerate. I even proposed 1 or 2 things that the buyer could do to make sure that the PC works, because I was still in shock to hear that this PC doesn't work. And then I even wrote that, look, do you really think that I would have sent this package so good, so beautiful, beautifully packed, the invoice, everything on the packet? You have the cables, you have the monitor, the PC, the monitor, all in very good condition. Do you really think I will send an item like this to you, an item that is worth over 300 euros, and just send you a defective item? I thought I was discussing with somebody that was going to be considerate. But all these things I tried to do, no one helped. From my understanding, this buyer is bent on returning this item. There is nothing you do under the sun to make him change his mind. And a few minutes later, I saw that the buyer had already initiated the return on eBay and wanted full refund. Kind of angry, to be honest, but in any case, this is one of the things we have to deal with. I'm aware of this. This is not the first time I'll be getting a return. This right here is also a return for almost the same reason. Somebody buys an item and then suddenly changes his mind, and then the seller in this case has to suffer this indecision from the part of the buyers. This is a small return. If it comes like this, it's really not a problem, because this is just an item that you just have to take it from the shelf, wrap it up, put it in the box, and it's gone. We're talking about a complete PC. There's really a lot of moving parts involved. First, you have to make sure the PC itself is working. You have to install the operating system. You have to clean it up, clean the monitor in and out, clean the PC itself. You have to dismantle the monitor, because if you try to pack like that, it's going to be very difficult for you to fit it into a box. So you have to first dismantle it. You have to remove the screen from the foot, and then you have to go ahead to pack the monitor, pack it neatly. In this case, you're going to be packing about 3 pieces. There are 3 parts, which is the LED, and then the stander, and then the foot. This is a lot already. And then not only that, you have to pack the PC itself, and then you have to pack the keyboard. In this particular case, the keyboard was new, so I really didn't have to pack anything. You have to put in the cables, and then you have to make sure that you fit all these things into a box. Mind you, this LED is very fragile. It can be broken at any point during transportation. And then you make sure that you've done a very good job. You take this thing to the post office, and then you send it so expensively. This PC was sent for about 15 euros and 90 cents. Send it to the buyer. The buyer receives it. It doesn't look at whatever effort you have put in. It doesn't even try to see if you have really done your best to do a good job. The next thing it wants to do is just to return the PC. Doesn't matter what you try to do to save the situation, the PC is going back. But then the most annoying thing is that most times this PC is going to be sent back to you not in the best of condition, because the buyer now is kind of angry. According to him, he's angry that he received something that is not working. For up to 99%, this buyer is going to do a very bad job in packing this PC. Just going to grab the monitor, wherever, put it in some bubble wraps that PC possibly came with, and then it's just going to throw this thing into the box and then send it back. There's every likelihood that the monitor in this case might be ruined. The PC itself might be ruined. You know, anything can possibly go wrong. But I'm hoping that this PC will be sent back in the best of condition, that I don't have to lose on both ends. You see, lost money now sending the PC to the buyer. I've lost money giving the buyer a return label, and if in the event that the PC also has a problem, I don't have the time to begin to take things up with eBay and begin to try to see how I can. But if in the event that everything comes the way it should, then it's not so bad. But I have a feeling that it might possibly end up coming in not the best condition. I'm going to make sure I update you as soon as the monitor or the PC comes back to me. I'm going to be doing a separate video to unbox it, just to show you exactly how the condition in which we receive items that are sent back to us. So returns are kind of annoying, but this is what it is. Sometimes you have to deal with them. If you have a goal like mine, it's kind of a little setback, but like we all know, we're not going to be stopping. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep pushing until we achieve our goal. And for me, my goal is to keep flipping things online until I'm able to buy a house. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. I came like last week, but yeah, this is just a minor return. It's about 15 euros. Just going to go ahead and open it on camera so that you see the condition in which the item was as soon as I received it. All right. Okay, so I can just go ahead to take that apart. Just going to put it like that. This transaction has ended a long time ago. It has always been around here, just lying there. Never really returned it. You see, this is the invoice. Mainly included in the packet, and this is exactly how it came. You see, this was just a graphic card. Honestly, I'm kind of lucky that this is a graphic card. It's not a part that can easily be broken. So the buyer just received it, and the next thing wants to return it. This is a graphic card that was well photographed. All the details of this thing was included in the description, and there is no reason for somebody to not read it and they receive it and just returned it. There was actually no reason given to return this item. You know, he just said they wanted to return it, and there was really nothing I could do about that. This is what it is. Luckily, in my packages, I kind of include bubble wraps, which helps me in the event that the customer wants to return something. Shouldn't be a problem to wrap it perfect. You see, when I send this item to the buyer, it was actually first put in this electrostatic material like that. See, this was what I did when I was sending back this item to the buyer. All right. And then I went on to give it an extra bubble wrap, just like that, so that in every way, no matter what happens to this packet, it's never going to be destroyed. And then I also included some packaging materials just like this in the box before covering it up. So there was no reason for this thing to be broken during transportation, but when I was receiving it, you all saw the way I received it. This was kept on the side. This was just like that. This is kind of makes me really very angry, but it's what it is. We keep dealing with this. Hopefully, there's going to come a time where buyers will learn to be considerate and realize that sellers are also humans. They have the right to be angry, and they also have the right to receive a return in a very, very good condition. I hope this video helps you. I'm sorry it's just a rant, but sometimes we have to do what we have to do. Until I see you again, peace.